Hello everyone, it is me, LEGO FANA'BRIQUES 3, coming at you with another LEGO town set to review for you guys, and we'll be looking at this set here, which is LEGO set 6681. It's called the Police Fan. Now this set came out in 1981. It was part of the LEGO town theme, as well as the police theme, obviously. The set comes with about 79 pieces, and it was originally recommended to ages 6 through 12. Now, I bought the set for €5 at a LEGO convention called FANA'BRIQUES. However, I do not know the original price of the set itself. But, that doesn't really matter. So, let's take a closer look at the set itself, and I'll tell you what I think about it at the end of this video. So, we'll go ahead and first look at the minifigure that you get with the set. And as you can see, this is the police officer itself, and as you can see, the minifigure in terms of aesthetics looks very basic and plain. But this was typical of the time period, since this is of course 1981. In terms of printing, again, it's quite basic, with the smiley face printed on the headpiece, which is, by the way, period correct, with the solid stud on the top and the square molding. Other than that, with the torso printing, you have the 2 zips and the police badge. No back printing is featured on the minifigure whatsoever, including the torso and the headpiece. But this is, again, typical of the time period. You can see that the minifigure is wearing a white hat, which is a bit yellowed, unfortunately, and a black outfit. Other than that, you can see that the police officer is holding on to a couple of accessories included with the set, such as the walkie-talkie and the dark gray paddleboard, the light gray paddleboard with the red light. That's all there is to the minifigure, so let's look at the equipment that is included with the police fan. And here's all the equipment that is included with the set itself. And as you can see here, you have a couple of red cones with the blue square lights, and you also have this white barrier, road barrier I should say, with the red lines there. And mind you, this 1x4 brick is stickered on both sides, which is a nice feature. So now that we've looked at the equipment, now let's take a closer look at the police fan itself. Now we'll look at the police fan itself, and as you can see, it is fairly large for what it is, being that, at the time, most of the vehicles were either really, really small, fairly large, or anything in between, and this van falls under the category of being fairly large. Now, the only other vehicle that has the same girth in size, or is even possibly bigger than the van itself, was a fire truck that was included in a fire station, also released in 1981. But moving on, the build is more than 14 studs long and more than 4 studs wide, with all of the details and accessories sticking out. The main colors of the van are white and black, as you can see here, with the top part being in black, with the exception of the doors, of course, the middle being in white, and the base being in black as well. I think if LEGO was capable of making pieces in different colors, then the top part of these doors would have been black, as well as this part here, because at the time LEGO was running with the same color scheme with every other police vehicle at the time, whether it was a truck, car, or a van like this. They'd have, the same basic color scheme. And this type of aesthetic kind of died out in the early 90s, but it still looks good in my opinion. Looking at the front of the build here, you can see that you have the yellow headlights, the long grille, the clear windshield. You've got opening doors with the police logo on them. And mind you, those are stickers, by the way. I think the reason why LEGO put stickers in the set was to reduce costs of manufacturing because, believe it or not, it's cheaper just to throw in some stickers for people to apply later than just printing bricks. It is what it is, but after 30 plus years of adhering onto the door piece, one of my doors had the sticker to fall out, and I had to just use some glue from a glue stick to glue it back on. So, these stickers do tend to deteriorate or just fall off, like in my case here. Moving on, you've got opening doors on both sides, which are basically window shutters, only to reveal all the equipment that's inside. And when I show you the equipment, this leads me to believe that this van would be used in roadblock type situations, whether it's an accident or a police chase. This could be used to block roads, basically. So, on the back here, you've also got some doors, with mine being extremely loose. There's not a lot of space inside, just barely enough to fit everything that's included with the set. And look at that, just flapping all over the place. So, pretty cool. On both sides here, you've got the minifigure accessories that are clipped onto modified plates. There's the walkie-talkie on the right-hand side and the paddleboard on the left-hand side. So, yeah. On the top here, you've got blue lights, and the front part of the roof does open up, only to reveal the inside with the steering wheel. And you can, of course, fit the minifigure inside, which is what we'll do right now. And it looks perfectly fine. I do like that feature, which should be more of a necessity with sets of this type. Other than the stickers being a bad aspect, not with aesthetics, but because of how old the set is, another problem with these old sets are not only the stickers and the worn-out pieces, with these shutters, for example, it's also the wheels, because, see, these red wheels are both connected to each other thanks to these metal axles, and once these pieces get exposed to humidity, rain, and stuff of that nature, they do tend to have a lot of surface rust on them, which looks horrible. Other than that, looks pretty good. You've got your beefy tires, and basically this thing's ready to go anywhere, anyhow. So, there's a look at the police van itself. Lastly, we'll look at the instructions that you get with the set, and as you can see, they're pretty small in size, but anyways, there you've got the Legoland banner, as well as the picture of the set itself with the police officer getting out of the van and all the equipment that's set up. On the other side here, you've got 3 different pictures showing ideas that you can build. Then you've got the information of the instructions, as well as the set itself in terms of when it was released. And here's a picture of the completed set. So there's a look at the instructions themselves. So now on to my final thoughts of the police van. So there's my look at the police van, Lego set 6681 from 1981. Overall, I think this is a pretty good set for what it is and what you get with all of the playability and the small details and all that fun stuff. The only problem, though, I have with the set itself are mainly caused by the course of time. I am concerned with the stickers falling off, the worn pieces, and, the wheel pieces with the surface rust. But, that's not really a big problem to me. I can just replace the window shutters, and I don't really need to replace these either. So, I'm fine with that. So, hope you've enjoyed watching this review. If you did, then please be sure to check out my YouTube channel. I post reviews every now and then, whenever I have the time. So, hope you've lasted this long, and I'll see you in the next video.